Hey guys, so I'm definitely late to the party with addressing the new Forbidden and Limited list, but I thought I'd throw my 2 cents before it's even more too late for the rest of the week. But anyway, I'm going to quickly go over this. First off, with the newly Forbidden, considering I possess so many of these newly Forbidden cards, it's a bit of a drag that even though I'm not personally using most of these cards, they're cards that suddenly have way less trading and sale value, but I can totally understand why at the same time. The only one I was actively using was actually just Gofu. Um, on the odd chance I could just get a Decode Talker out for basically free, and then still have a normal summon, makes total sense that it could really shift how the play is going to go if someone is able to draw into it. And I'd say definitely same thing goes for Max C as well. You know, for people being able to have such a different gameplay if they, have their opponent take a risk on if they want to overextend and then just, run into feeding their opponent a hand trap. It makes sense why that's, now completely banned. As for Dandelion, it's funny, I hadn't seen too much of that play in the TCG, but apparently OCG was, having fun with that, so it makes sense to have that go. And then having, you know, basically more pendulum magician stuff that's being taken right off the list is not surprising given its strength, but I don't know, I'm curious to see. It might just still be played, but just with a lot less consistency. Moving down, newly limited, Apoclephort Towers. I haven't actually fought against firsthand, but Grinder Golem I'm super happy to see that's limited, because man, the amount of firewall abuse that I've seen has been ridiculous from that, both online and in person. But speaking of which, we now have Firewall Dragon limited, and I'm glad it's not totally out. I feel like that would kind of really go against their show, which I don't really pay attention to, but that's definitely something that's been brought up. Monster Reborn, I mean, all I can think of is just the fact that this is only a matter of time before it bounces back to being probably banned. I don't know, it's hard to see how long this will last. Spiral Resort is fine being newly limited. That's quite alright with me. And then Solid Judgment is going to make traps really scary, because unless you've got one life point left, you can pretty much use this any time to save yourself, or even just shut down stuff early if you can, handle parting with most of your life points at the start of the game. Now for newly unlimited, Artifact, I don't know how much we're going to see of that. Blackluster Soldier, I know one guy was doing a deck with that, he'll be happy with it, but aside from that I'm not so sure. Card Trooper I got excited for initially, personally with my Karakuri deck and everything, because I'm like, yay, we're going to get Clayfort Genius. If you machine dupe to get Card Trooper, then there's a possibility to mill for a bit if that's the deck you want to have, or at least just be able to have that for fueling of Mrs. Radiant or Cleafort Genius with Card Trooper, just to be pretty generic for different things that you want to do. But I don't know, it's slowly wearing on me. I think it's kind of just out of date at this point. The size of monsters you can get now versus what was referred to as like the Troop Dupe Scoop, which is quite out of date now. There's so many other ways to special summon a lot of decently strong monsters that I can't really see too much benefit to it. Thunder King Ryo means that we're going to get a lot more stun stuff, which will be annoying, but great for stun decks. Dragon the Ice Bearer, Brain Control will be interesting, but I think Mind Control between these two will just generally be good. Shadal Fusion is not what I think Shadal players are looking to have back, but we know Contracts is going to take a really long time to take off at all. It's more likely that, like, I don't know, something like Limiter Removal will come back before that, but who knows. Preparation of Rites might be good actually for, I don't know, people who want to go into like Relinquished or something like that soon. I feel like there's going to be some attempt made to bring back even more ritual stuff, even if some of the new zombies are not quite living up to expectations, not to name any names. More Cleafort stuff with Sacrifice, and then Trio seems to be counterproductive now with links, but if someone's really desperate and is able to use a drama duo, then that'll be hilarious if they can find some way to keep, the extra deck from not being used. But then otherwise, though, for Bottomless Trap Hole and Torrential Tribute, I'm scared of traps now, for sure, between that and Solemn Judgment being around. So I'm going to try and pack maybe a little bit more anti-back row stuff, just based off this alone. But anyway, I think that pretty much sums up everything for my reactions to the list. I'm going to be hopefully picking up some Extreme Force stuff the weekend coming up and everything, and I'll kind of let you know if there's any deck profiles I'll do from that. We'll see. There's not a ton of cards, but I just really want to get my hands on some. I really want to get my hands on the Mythical Beast cards. One thing I think I skipped over in the newly limited is Performage Damage Juggler, who I can probably fit in there. Being a light spellcaster, I might try and incorporate that in somehow. It's like one of the few nice things to be both against battle damage and effect damage, because I've lost way too many times to Trickstars to not have to have some sort of stuff to side deck against that, and that's definitely one of the more universal cards I can pack in, even as a main potentially. But yeah, anyway, jumping back to it, I think that's where I'm going to wrap things up for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.